Hey guys, have you ever noticed how many love songs out there have a very creepy set of lyrics?
Yes.
Like,
Yes.
for example, you know Every Breath You Take by Police?
Yes,
Yes,
I know
I
you
know-
were going to reference that one.
I mean,
I
it's
knew-
a
I
really
know that
famous
song.
song, highly celebrated, it's catchy, it has a nice melody, a nice beat to it, it's sung in a very romantic manner, but then if you take away all the music, if you take away all the talent of the singers,
It's about a stalker.
yeah,
Actually, you know what it's about, actually? It was actually about his ex-wife and saying that he was going to be watching her just to, just to see what she does. And if she gets out of line, he was just going to take action. And he answered with this song.
that
Essentially.
is a pretty stalkerish behavior, wouldn't you agree?
Yeah.
I mean, okay, allow me to briefly read to you the lyrics of this song, since we have time.
Do we?
Yes. Every breath you take, every move you make, every bond you break, every step you take, I'll be watching you. Every single day, every word you say, every game you play, every night you stay, I'll be watching you. Oh, can't you see? You belong to me. How my poor heart aches with every step you take, every move you make, every vow you break, every smile you fake, every claim you stake. I'll be watching you. Ugh. Jeez.
Yeah.
This freaking song. I guess this goes to show you guys that no matter how well-meaning you are in creating art, you have to be absolutely careful in what you write, because what you write might influence people in the wrong way. And with this brilliant segue, let's go to my horrible fanfiction.
Let me show you who I am and what I'm here for. Here for. Hey! Trying to reach inside of me, trying to drain my energy. Let me show you just what I'm made of. Simple curiosity, trying to take a bite of me. Let me show you just what I'm made of now. Trying to reach inside of me, trying to gain my energy. Let me show you just what I'm made of.
Wait, are you recording right now?
Yes, I am! This was all a ruse to get you off guard.
Well,
No introductions, because introductions are for wusses.
At this point
yeah,
in
but
time,
this
they
will be
know
the
us.
introduction to my video if we're using this.
Welcome back to Dramatis Lectio, in which we read
My
from
God,
fictions.
I said no introductions!
We are finally reaching the end of this accursed, cursed, and blasted fanfiction that we've been reading for the better part of 2017. Week more or week less.
Yeah.
I'm gonna die.
Yes.
Oh, don't say that, Ross.
Good chances that you might just contract a form of cardiac arrest and not survive the night. But who knows?
I'm
We'll
gonna
see.
die just by choking on the sheer density of this thing.
It's not that long. You were not around when we read the chapter 8 of the previous story of the Tales saga.
Please do not remind me. I still have, well, it's not the content of it, but just the overall girth of it, really.
Yes, it was very long. In fact, it's actually titled The Longest Chapter. For multiple reasons. It has layers, you see.
Yes,
Anyway.
layers. Just like this story, which we're about to read, if I believe.
Right then, so chapter 6.
So let's see, who should be beginning the reading of this?
Not it.
Not it.
Well, Ross, you have to start then.
I want basically nothing to do with this, but okay. The Great Cliff was always a beautiful sight during sunsets. The humongous shadows of the trees would cover the entire place, generating a contrast with the dying light of the sun.
Wow! Okay, setting up the mood perfectly with one
Yes.
misspelling of the word dying and a really pretentious imagery.
A beautiful sight indeed. Too bad that the current crowd wasn't there for the sunset. A unique group indeed. 5 Mobians. 3 angry and determined. 1 unnaturally calm and relaxed. And 1 utterly frightened.
By the union of the 5 Mobians, Captain Mobius emerges. I'm sorry, I don't know what I was thinking.
No one knows what you were thinking.
Well, duh. It's him. It's him. It's our friend. Yep, it's him.
Which one?
Well,
Knack.
you came. Oh my. Good for you. I was about to start the raping session, as you can
Oh
see.
god, it's him!
I warned you it was him. What a way to start a freaking chapter, isn't it?
I just had a relapse.
I'm having
The
a
purple-furred
backlash
The
as we speak.
purple-furred mercenary pointed one of his guns at the young bunny at his right side.
At his
Her
white
body
side.
was her body was shaking, her dress partially stripped.
Oh god.
The other 3 people gave a good look at the bunny's condition, especially the two-tailed fox. You know what?
He's looking harder, much harder than the other 3. His eyes are bulging out of his skull.
Why is this still here? You bastard!
Yes, that's about your correct reaction. Oh, you mean you're quoting the line.
Yes.
Said the kid, showing his fangs.
Yeah, look at me, I'm scary.
I'm scary.
The sniper simply shrugged.
I suggest you to contain your anger, boy. I know you're pretty fast and all, but I don't think you would be fast enough to beat the speed of a bullet. At least not from your distance. Besides, I'm pretty fast by my own. And I'm assuming that whomever is disturbing me on Skype will die a slow, painful death.
It's Neko.
Don't mind that. Just carry on reading.
And I'm assuming that this young girl's life is important to you, isn't it?
The kitsune was forced to resist his primal urge to disembowel him.
Good. Now, let's do this in the old-fashioned way, shall we? An hostage exchange.
Sonic is not a hostage to us.
Speak for yourself,
Replied
Tails,
Tails.
says Knuckles. Oh, he actually says that.
Yes.
Devar was the voice of Knuckles. Yeah, no, guys, this is usually the part in which the cool and brave hero gives a tearful farewell to his comrades before his heroic and dramatic sacrifice. Yeah, well, that ain't my style, buds.
Wait, what?
Said the unusual quiet Sonic.
How is that quiet?
How is it quiet?
How is anything about that quiet? That is the opposite of quiet. You stupid, pathetic, weak
Stupid author.
Stupid Sonic is stupid.
The other two looked back at him in surprise. I think they interpreted that as the stupidest thing that they had ever heard.
Coming from him, that's saying something.
He simply smiled to them, blinked an eye, and gave them a reassuring, cliched thumbs up.
Yet cliched.
Yet cliched. Okay, sorry. Sometimes I don't pronounce things properly. I'm sorry.
No, because you make me look bad.
Excuse me?
What?
Mispronouncing a word does not change the content of this fanfiction.
Apparently it does in the world of Madhog's head.
In the world of Madhog's head. Stupendous. Okay, Slimer, I'll start walking to your direction if you let the girl walk 2 hours. Yeah, planning.
Stated the blue hero.
It sounds fairly delicate, dangerous, and enough improvised. I like it.
Said the grinning Fang before turning to the tender rabbit on his side. Oh, we're going with tender now.
You know,
I know.
You know, in some countries people eat rabbits, you know.
Yes.
Oh, you don't
America's
say.
one of them.
Oh, you don't say. You're a very good girl, you know. It's a pity that my lesson has been prematurely interrupted, but oh well.
Please don't say prematurely.
Please don't point that out, Devar. Maybe another time. You go now. Slowly.
Please
With
don't
that
say
said,
slowly.
Please
With
don't
that said,
point that
Cream
out.
started walking towards the trio. Sonic started too. The two meet in the middle of the paths, exchanging quick glares.
Exchanging bodily fluids, apparently.
I can't help but imagine the exchanging of quick glares, as Ross said, before his inevitable birth. The Sonic just gives her the most evil stare he can give her, like.
He weakly smiled at her as to say everything will just be cool. Her tearful eyes analyzed his features in curiosity.
Oh, she was a swap bottle along! I knew it! Killer! Subject, Sonic Hedgehog, priority 1, destroy!
To her, he seemed a good-hearted person, and she smiled back, silently thanking him. Once in safe, the rabbit eagerly jumped onto the Vulpine's arms, crying solemnly.
Crying solemnly!
Frantically.
Then an umpire comes from the sidelines going, "Save!"
Okay, once in safe. What, are they putting her inside a safe? An actual safe with a combination?
It would probably help a lot in this case.
Makes sense.
Okay. Shh. It's okay, Cream.
Every breath you take.
Stop! He consoled her. Knuckles, however, wasn't of that advice, and his worried face was directed over at a further scene.
I'm having trouble understanding this sentence.
Sentence I think I've seen.
Yeah, I think Knuckles was very concerned because he saw the storyboard version of this, and it was much worse.
It was drawn by Bill Plimpton.
The sniper will now face to face, or better, face to pointed handgun.
Yeah.
The Cobalt Wonder was dead serious, and his emerald eyes were fixed. Hacks!
What?
He did not have emerald eyes in the classic versions.
Clearly this is not the classic version, is it?
No, it's not.
No, every younger Sonic has bloody black eyes. I won't accept this.
Well, this is modern Sonic with emerald green. I'm sorry.
Okay, Ross, I'm gonna fix this. I'm gonna punch Sonic in the face in both his eyes to give him black eyes.
Yes! Okay. Anyway, we're fixed over his captor's black ones. Then he spoke.
Okay, so, does it show that I'm running out of synonyms to use to call Sonic? I'm using the Cobalt Wonder here, for example. That's...
Maybe a tad.
I mean, points for creativity, I guess?
No.
No? Okay. Fair enough. So, how's Uncle Ivo doing? So it is true. You are his nephew. When he told me that, I couldn't quite believe it.
I mean, there's quite a species difference here.
Fang is becoming more and more fabulous with each sentence.
God.
I
Said
mean-
the cowboy, not losing his aim for a second.
Huh. Not really. That's just his own delusion. What are you gonna do now, pal? Are you going to... Damn slangs! Damn 90 slangs! Are ya going to bring me back to my Ankh? Not exactly. I'm afraid that I'll have to shoot you on the spot. Those were the orders. Sorry, pal.
Sonic smirked.
Of course he does. Heh, no prob, Bob.
He replied. The sniper was about to shoot when a sudden noise distracted him. An helicopter-like noise.
In retrospect, you should have been wary of that.
He should have just shot him like he said he was going to do on the spot.
There is a reason why he didn't. Again, it's a very stupid reason, but there is one, which will be explained in a completely different story. Hooray! Anyway,
Which
Hooray.
we will never read.
maybe you won't, Ross. Looks diabolically at the bar.
I have no idea who this man is.
Okay. So,
I think this is
that's
Tails.
Tails. That's Tails.
Let me see. Hi there. How's the weather down there? Said a
Said
voice.
a voice. Bing immediately looked up to notice a certain flying fox right above him. That distraction was sufficient for the hedgehog to uppercut his chin at supersonic speed.
With what momentum?
Well, with his supersonic swing attack.
He doesn't have enough
obviously.
momentum to do that. He's just there on his face, basically.
What if he just went on his knees and then just springboarded
He's
the
not.
momentum?
He's not
No, this
freaking
is
Ryu.
just this is just Guile's flash kick. That's all.
Okay, that makes sense.
Sending the toothy killer in midair right in Tails' grasp. You know, you missed a perfect opportunity to do a Shoryuken.
Yes, yes, I was thinking about that right now, but wouldn't that be too obvious?
No, it wouldn't, especially when this was written.
Again, Sparta was popular.
Fair enough. The kid immediately started rotating on the spot. So he just started, circling a spot,
Black spot.
becoming a blur with the unlucky mercenary hanging. What? That doesn't even make sense.
Okay, now Tails, as the mercenary on his grasp, is starting rotating on the spot with the mercenary.
Yes.
What?
Okay, I didn't read the previous sentence properly. Okay.
Clearly you didn't.
Sorry. Then he
Forgiven.
suddenly released his grasp, launching his captive towards the cliff. Waiting.
Yay!
was
Okay,
none other than
wait,
Dr.
well, hold on.
Spiky, angry, eager fist.
Time out, time out. You could say Fang was hanging on the edge of tomorrow? Huh? Huh? No? Come on, it's there.
If I wasn't afraid I would break my computer monitor, I would throw something at my computer monitor right now.
He says that. He doesn't mean it.
Yeah,
Okay,
well,
fine.
No, 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 no,
No,
no,
no, don't roll the dice, damn you!
That wasn't dice.
I thought you were rolling the dice to the
Now I
side.
do something at the computer monitor.
Your dice. Oh
I
no.
thought you were rolling the dice to the side. How strong you were going to punch your monitor. Like a roll for strength. That would have been... That was just timed perfectly.
Okay, please let's carry on.
Okay. The contact between the two of them was anything but comical.
Are you sure? Because it sounds pretty comical to me.
The humongous punch broke itself on the sniper's face, so, like, the punch literally broke in half on the sniper's face. Did
Oh, my
Knuckles break his
fist!
hand?
My fist! My beautiful
It's like
fist!
that Knack's face made out of iron or something. He was like, oh!
Yeah.
What the heck's your face made of? Adamantium?
Well, that's another fanfiction.
Okay, pointed spikes penetrating the skin and the left eye,
Jeez.
Yeah.
I mean,
sending the fiend far, far away towards the forest.
I mean, if you think about it, Knuckles' gloved ends have those two spikes on them. So
Yeah.
if he ever punches a person, whoo,
It's gonna be a bad day, yes.
yes.
Splattered blood was all over Knuckles' gloved hand. So hey, it's the same color as the rest of him.
Yay! So he hides murder.
He didn't care, though. It wasn't his first kill. And it certainly wouldn't be the last.
Hey, spoiler!
Gloves then.
Also, at least it won't
Well,
be
actually,
children.
technically the mittens, if you think about it.
Yeah, and suddenly, as soon as Knack gets punched and he flies towards the forest, he's going. Woo!
I think he's too unconscious to say
I
that.
think he's too near death to be saying that.
Tails landed near Sonic, and both of them rejoined the echidna.
Dude, that was awesome! Mondo stupendo! We make a great team together, don't you think, little buddy?
He said a once again enthusiastic Sonic. Okay.
That's a bit, yes, I can see why that's a bit convoluted to read.
Don't call me that. But yes, I have to admit, that was a pretty cool teamwork. Right, Nux?
Said Tails. Knuckles' face turned even redder. Oh, so it's matching the rest of his body now.
Yeah, that's... Okay, at this point in time, you better not put Knuckles towards the sunsetting sun. He will completely disappear in the red light.
How did you call me?
And fair too late, the kid realized his mistake.
Yes, it was fairly late. Better go to bed.
Look, I'm sorry.
Morgana will get you if you don't.
I thought that since Sonic has found a fancy nickname for you, why couldn't I choose one?
The Volpine tried to amend.
And a pretty good one, too.
Added the blue blur. And now, Knuckles' face was violent.
Oh, he's turning into his super form.
Oh no, he's dead. He's turning violent. Okay. I've had it with all this motherfucking nicknames for this motherfucking life!
Hey, guess what else was popular at the time?
Snakes on a plane.
No!
Samuel L. Jackson.
He's always
Wh-
popular.
Yes, when he isn't popular, really. He's great actor.
He is. He just occasionally picks some really bad movies.
Occasionally.
Anyway, about the two people going, aww.
Aww.
The duo's simultaneous response. Not so far away from them, a tiny rabbit girl is observing her saviors with interest, and in doing so, she couldn't help but wonder if all her heroes were like these three. Chaos bless her.
Hopefully they aren't.
Cream's actually the main villain all along.
Dun
No.
dun 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 dun.
No, that was Cosmo.
This was just a ruse that to make everyone think that Knack was the bad guy. But in actual fact, she was the evil villain, just wanted to see the heroes, how they would work together, so then she could come up with a plan to take over the entire fanfiction and destroy the author.
Please stop.
Devar, you don't realize this, but by just improvising all of this, you have just written a better fanfiction than this one. I kind of want to steal your idea now.
No, it's terrible.
Far! Loads better than whatever I could come up with at the time. It makes more sense than whatever else pretentious knick-knackery I was planning with Fang.
Okay,
Oh.
please, let's keep going. I do not want to be here literally all night.
All right. Okay, so next paragraph. Well, next.
This
well,
is a scene change, so I guess this is usually where we reshuffle duties.
yes. So I'll go next. Amy Rose was back at the base, ready to cheer her friends up or die trying.
Now,
She
here's a
should die
woman.
trying.
Here's a woman who puts passion in everything she does.
Yes, and I like that about her. Determination was visible on her face, newfound hope and strength. Also, almost immediately. Wait, what? Where's the? Also, what? You just went to the next bit.
Also, newfound hope and strength.
No, that's not how it works.
I might have yoda'd a bit this sentence.
That's what happens when English is your second language.
Almost immediately, she found her favorite silent companion.
Ellipsis, how you've been doing?
Espio!
She cried, taking him by surprise, and then she hugged him. Again, he was speechless. Figuratively, of course.
Literally.
The chameleon stood there, limb in her arms. Limb in her arms. I think you meant limp, but...
He had an additional limb growing out of her own arms because he's like a parasite or something. I don't know.
yeah. With an expression of utter bewilderment, perhaps even blushing a little. Something for which he'll punish himself later. What, is he Catholic?
Oh,
Okay,
no.
okay. I meant medieval Catholic.
Mm.
Okay, scratch that joke. After a few minutes of this forced emotional moment, Amy released her friend and darted into Blaze's room.
Hey Blaze, want to have lesbian sex with me?
Thought it was going to be something along the lines of, "Hey Blaze's room, don't mind if I crash in you." She opened the door while calling her name, only to find it completely dark. The pink hedgehog took a few steps inside. Suddenly, her foot grinded on something.
Oh
Wet.
no. Oh no, I forgot this part. Oh no.
She managed to find the switch, and the room was now engulfed in light.
Oh gosh, the light, it's blinding!
And she could see what the wet substance was, and why Blade did not respond to her call.
Arg!
She died! Yes! Okay, I'm kidding. Espio rushed into the room a few seconds
That does
after
not
hearing...
sound. That's not what someone that's terrified screams.
Espio
You
rushed into
became
the...
really frustrated by this fact.
Oh,
Okay, so what would you use for a fearful scream?
I would probably capital ah.
Don't ever do that again. I'm wearing headphones.
Yes, Ross. That's good lord. Okay, Espio rushed into the room a few seconds after hearing the scream from Ross, and he could see her as well. Their
Oh, I'm a
expression...
she now, huh?
Yes. You are dressed as Amy, after all.
Ross, you are the Amy.
I could be dressed like Amy. You can't see me right now.
No, thanks for the mental image. Really, I appreciate it.
But the question is, which outfit? The old school or the new school?
Knowing you, it has to be the old school.
Well, it would look cute.
Yes.
It look cute at least, but the fact of the matter is,
If I
Ross,
was wearing Amy's clothes.
but the fact of the matter is, Ross, that you're straight, and that puts me off already. Anyway,
Why are we having this discussion?
because it's silly. Anyway,
I just want to try to completely make fun of this incredibly horrific scene that you're trying to write.
their expressions were unreadable. To say that they were shocked by Ross's outfit would have been an understatement.
Yes, that has to be the worst cosplay everyone has ever seen. You're so bad, they are throwing you out of Magfest.
There she was, on her bed, the cursed Queen of Flames, with her wrists wide open, blood all over, hot blood, just like her burning soul.
Jesus Christ!
You wrote this!
Guys, I would like to extend an appreciation card, figuratively speaking. Neither of you made a obvious period joke. I appreciate it.
No, because that would be not very tasteful. And
This
Why do you
story
think
is
I'll
not
try to
very
direct it
tasteful.
in other means?
To be fair, this story is not very tasteful, as you see how I just randomly introduced suicide as a topic here, as a throwaway shock scene, essentially.
Well, I guess you didn't like Blaze. Okay, good to know.
Actually, I kind of liked her. She ended up having a bigger role in the story, much more important or significant than Amy. But that's a story for another time. It's yours truly, Stern.
I will say this, though. I would judge you for this, but at the same time, it's like, I've done this myself, but not with wrists, so just for drama's sake.
Yeah.
So
I don't think I've written anything involving suicide, so, I think I'm good on this. But
Okay,
I think I am not in a glass house on this one.
Spoiler alert, Blaze doesn't die here, even though it's implied.
yeah, because you said that she appears in the later part of the story.
And suicide actually leads to some sort of character development, so it's not completely self-contained, so to speak. Ross, please stop moving things around. Get something that doesn't make noises, please.
Yeah, get a fidget toy, like a fidget spinner. That will fix everything.
I do not own one of those.
Okay. He always enjoyed pain. Oh dear Lord Almighty, on a crucifix of flames on a barbecue during the 4th of July.
You're on the plank. I've got a sword with Ross as well helping me out. Keep reading.
He always enjoyed pain. Giving it or receiving it, it didn't really matter to him. Therefore, it didn't bother him to know how in the world he is being able to survive that nasty beating and that nastier landing. The only thing he cared of was the fact that the Red Echidna's fist had left his face permanently deformed. The entire left side was a bloody mess, and his left eye was hanging out from the edge of tomorrow! From its orb.
Please stop.
It's there, come on!
Gosh.
It was there!
That was forced.
Yeah,
Okay.
and also hanging out from its orb. Apparently,
That's not words.
It's orbit, I guess.
I guess Nax's
Oh,
face...
it was revolving around his face before. Okay.
Okay, that puts a really weird image into my head where basically his eye is floating around his head, orbiting his entire head, the tendrils following as well. I know I'm quite creepy sometimes.
That sounded like something out of a Jimmy Screamer Claus film. And I am one of the 2 people in the world who can actually appreciate that. The other one being Diamanda Hagen.
Okay.
Anyway, he sighed. Oh well.
I sighed.
I snorted. Oh well, new scars mean new stories to tell, he said to himself.
That line was too cool for you. Please take it back and give it to somebody else for charity. Hello there, ladies.
Hello
It's
there.
Melmethalus.
Hello there, Melvinis.
With the big Melboski.
No. Fang the sniper turned his head to give a good look at this unexpected guest. Ellipsis was the unexpected guest. A grey hedgehog with dull green stripes on his quills. And snake eyes! By power first!
I believe you have something that belongs to me.
Mephiles continued.
Perhaps it's hidden in your hat?
How did it not fly away after that super punch to end all punches?
Because he's got a magic magician's hat.
Because space is warped and time is meaningless.
Because nihilism. The sniper smiled, picked his hat from his head. Somehow, he managed to keep it all this time. Well, thank you for pointing this out, 2008 me. Opened a secret department in it. Reviling... reviling... revealing a hidden yellow gem. I've found this in the forest, and I thought the doctor would have paid a lot of money for it, he said. Heh, I should have seen this coming.
He should have seen
Seen
this
it coming.
But he never saw that coming.
Yeah. You definitely should.
God damn it! Oh, the hedgehog added. Say, wanna hear the stories behind these cars? Asked the dying cowboy.
He's not a cowboy.
He has a cowboy hat, I guess. Or maybe it's an Australian cowboy. I don't
No.
And with that said, a shot of green light from Mephiles' hand speared the sniper dead on his chest, killing him instantly.
Well, nice knowing you, Nak. Or Fang.
Oh, you'd think this is the last time you see him.
No.
Because, again, space is warped and time is meaningless. He killed her, but he didn't kill her because he killed her.
Because of Golden Sun plot convenience.
No, it's actually far simpler than that.
Yeah, Golden Sun plot convenience.
Even simpler than that.
No, seriously, Golden Sun plot convenience.
Guys! Guys! Star Wars.
No, Golden
You
Sun
strike
is...
me down now, I'll become more powerful than you ever imagined?
Something along those lines, yes.
What?
I've said too much. Anyway,
Okay, carry on.
a chaotic, improvised death. How apropos. I mean appropriate. Shadow's counterpart slowly approached the smoking body of his latest victim and took the gem from its limb hand. Ah! The hand is growing a limb out of its hand! Oh my gosh!
Success.
He stared at the fist-sized jewel in his grip, feeling its power. Soil is my power! He grinned.
Only 4 Chaos Emeralds left. Are you happy, brother?
Huh! And I thought the fox had it.
Well, guess what? You were wrong. Big surprise.
Ha! Put a sock in it.
You were wrong. You were wrong.
Shut up, 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 shut up.
So it's now back to me. Okay.
Full circle, Ross.
After sending Cream back to her overjoyed and thankful as ever mother,
Which we
because,
established is
that's
a
gonna make
terrible
easy
mother.
thing to
Shut up.
explain.
Shut up. She's a terrible mother. We know it. Every time this.
No, I just want to hear the explanation. So, what happened to my daughter? Oh, she was just nearly raped by Weasel. Nothing big.
You know weasels.
Yes, those rascally weasels. Always up to something. Always
just had a
to-
gun pointed at her head for
It's
like
always trying to eat your chickens and your rabbits.
Yep. The heroic trio found itself in the middle of another urgent matter.
Ellipsis!
Oh no! Would you like to eat my cookies?
Oh, come on, Knuckles. This dude is okay.
Hell no, we're not gonna take him to our base.
Pretty please.
Tails put on the legendary deadly puppy face.
Oh no, the puppy face of death!
Oh, the puppy face. Oh, Tails, you're so adorable. Let me hug you.
His rough leader desperately tried to resist it, but to no avail.
This is so out of character for Knuckles, at least for this Knuckles.
Yes.
Fine, but he's your responsibility. And if he screws up,
Raised his fist menacingly to exclaim his point.
Or else.
or else...
Don't worry, boss. I'll take care of the kid.
Hey, hi! I'm older than ya!
Protested Sonic, with a picket line and a sign and everything.
Tails unfair! Tails unfair!
You're the last arrived. Therefore, you're the new kid.
Which
Eagles
means...
the Volpine.
Which means... I am your senpai. That was necessary.
Yes.
This is
By-
Sonic.
That's not fair! Just
Yelled the
throwing a
hedgehog,
tantrum.
stomping his feet on the ground in a very childish way.
Yeah, I
Even
think you
ever
proved-
serious Knuckles couldn't help but laugh under his breath.
well, I think Sonic has just proved Tails' point.
pretty much. That's the joke. Thank you for explaining it.
Uh,
Anyway, this would be Amy.
Amy.
Tails! Knuckles! I found you at last!
And she hugs everybody.
A third voice came out of nowhere. The three pals turned to see the source of the loud sound. That was in no way a voice. It was Amy! And she looked rather scared. Sonic, however, was focused on other details, more physical.
Oh dear God!
Oh, no.
The freaking stupid devil! Hell on earth! Okay.
you have to voice him.
Well, hello, ladies. Hello there, Outstaff.
Said the Casanova hog while approaching the surprised pink hedgehog.
Well, the big Sonboski does not have the same ring to it.
No, it doesn't.
Say, you always run like that, or were you just eager to meet this Mondo handsome hedgehog?
Tails and Knuckles' chins fell on the ground in utter shock while Amy entered a sudden coma. A few things crossed her mind in those moments, and all of them could be summarized in one sentence. What a jerk! Indeed.
That seems like the opposite of what the games do. But okay.
You don't say. So, he continued. Wanna ride with the best speedster in town, Pink Babe?
He said best.
A gentle answer to this question came with a certain hammer, right on the jerkhog's head.
Yes!
The inexplicable noise of a few flicky birds flying in circle around Sonic's oversized head lump was covered only by the sound of Tails and Knuckles' hysterical laughter. You know, this is completely like tonal
Totally.
whiplash.
Well, I mean, the crisis is over, so now there is humor. Oh, wait, no, there is another crisis. Okay, never mind, we're in the middle of another crisis, so yes, this is tonally inappropriate. But, if you take it in its own bubble, isn't it amusing for Sonic
It might
to...
be amusing if there was absolutely no context here.
Not funny, weakly replied the
That didn't
would-be
sound
lady
very
killer.
weak, Madhog. Do it again!
No, don't make him do it again. I won't be here all night.
Okay.
Not funny.
Weakly
Dead.
replied the would-be lady killer. Amy's gaze was now set on the other two.
Sorry about
She
that.
looked
I
dead
sneezed.
serious. The giant hammer on her shoulders exclaimed that look.
Again, I'm sorry.
Wait,
I sneezed.
hold on. I think Davar sneezing has altered the rules of time and space, and now hammers have facial expressions.
What's the matter, Amy?
The young fox finally asked after wiping the tears from his eyes. Amy took a good breath as opposed to a bad breath. It's Blaze! She tried to kill herself. And for a while,
that's all.
none of them have laughed anymore.
Oh, you don't say. That's all. That's all it happened. Oh, come on. It's not that bad.
And you completely cut the scene here, but you have the exact same characters.
No, you see, they have changed location, though.
Ah, okay. God damn it, how much longer is this? Oh, God.
We are past halfway through this chapter, so we should be... We're making surprisingly good time in spite of ourselves.
Okay, so back to Amy. The cuts were deep. 1 more minute, and she could have.
Amy couldn't bring herself to finish the phrase. You saved her life, Amy. Tails simply stated. This is Knuckles now. Yeah, you did. Fuck!
Yes, you did fuck today! Why did you do this?
Oh, gosh.
Oh, man. Inadvertent jokes.
Okay, so this is Amy again.
Okay, sorry, I don't think anyone said Knuckles.
So Knuckles, sorry.
No, there is literally the name Knuckles after the sentence. Not said Knuckles, not remarked Knuckles, just Knuckles. Knuckles.
Because Knuckles punched the rest of it beforehand.
Why did she have to do this? Knuckles.
I don't know. Oh, that blood. That she was...
She could no longer hold the tears and started crying like if
tears
there was
of blood!
Like if there was no tomorrow.
Bloody tears!
The choker hold on the tears loosened.
The silent Espio tried to console her with all his might.
With all his might! It's back! It's freaking back! Yes!
How does one do that?
Apparently to no avail.
Okay, I like to think that in the attempt to console her, he summons his stand or enters extreme JoJo pose mode and muscle bulging. Yeah, this is the manliest consoling that's ever been done.
Hey, Maria can do it. I can assume Espio can.
Okay. They were all in Blaze's bedroom. I'm about to say boredom for some reason.
They were all in the Blaze's bog room.
No, I'm about to say boredom for some reason. Still engulfed in the feline's blood, she was on her bed, bandaged wrists, sleeping quietly as if nothing was happened.
As if nothing was happened. Except fuck!
What? No! The awakened Mobians in the room slowly directed their attention to the shy voice in the door entrance.
Okay,
Sonic of all people!
I'm going to try and have Sonic actually sound a bit more tactful, which is Sonic, and I only know how to do one Sonic voice. So
you only have one
hard.
voice for Sonic. That's obnoxious.
I'm sorry. Can I do something to help?
Politely asked Sonic the Hedgehog, the honorary freedom fighter.
Really, that does... apparently it doesn't take much to get a position around here.
Knuckles and Tails exchanged gazes with Espio and Amy for a few seconds. Yeah, you could probably try a little bit. Okay, maybe... No, that's not what he said. Would you keep an eye on her for a while? Advanced Tails?
This is not regular
stupid.
Tails.
It's advanced.
This is not regular Tails. This is Tails 2.0.
It's Advanced Tails. You can play all your original Tails on the Advanced Tails.
It's Advanced Tails and Dragons, I guess.
Oh, man.
Sure thing, big guy.
Replied a motivated hedgehog. The others exited from the room and sat on the living room sofa.
I'm trying to picture the interior design of this cave or base or whatever it is. I can't.
apparently you didn't at the time either. Do you think it was a good idea to leave that maniac along with an unconscious, defenseless girl?
But Blaze is anything but defenseless, but
Well,
then
at
again,
this
she
current situation, she's very defenseless, actually.
asked the worried Amy while crossing her arms in a disapproval fashion.
I like to think that disapproval is actually a fashion statement these days.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Listen, Sonic is a good guy.
I knew him for about an hour, and I can tell...
Don't you think it's a bit too soon? Hey, it works in Resident Evil.
What's Resident Evil? What's a pardon?
He may act like an immature kid sometimes.
Like this writer.
Or like a retarded moron, if you ask me!
Oh!
Stated Knuckles.
That was more of an exclamation, but regardless. A brainless douchebag.
Corrected Amy. A stupid fucker! Recorrected Knuckles.
A demented Casanova.
A dumbass! Sorry, I'm just doing a side screaming as if like he's screaming down the hall, like he's doing it at Sonic. As I was saying, yelled an irritated Vulpine, interrupting the sudden popular insult a Sonic game.
Oh, you
Ooh,
mean
can we
like...
get that on the next gen Sega hardware?
He may sometimes act like a total asshole with a brain of a roadkill. That's a good one, added the echidna. But when it comes to do things seriously, he's all business. Me and Knuckles saw it all of 1 or 2 times. Right, leader?
Again! You only knew the guy for about 1 hour in real time! Why are you talking about him as if you've always known him?
Resident Evil logic of how bonds worked.
Oh, this is going to be a recurring problem throughout the remainder of this story.
Although with great difficulty, the Red Warrior was forced to admit it. Espio just nodded. If his leader said the hog was trustable, he would
Trustable?
believe him.
Trustable! Collectible!
I just have to ask, what world does this word come from? Trustable.
Don't
I
ask
don't know.
me.
Let me see, who was saying this one? Oh, okay, it was Knuckles, I think. I just wonder, why the hell the fucking sniper wanted the blue burden so bad? It was an unusual, reasonable question, the one of Knuckles.
You know, we keep harping on Knuckles for being a potty-mouthed sailor, but he's actually the only one with 2 functioning brain cells around these parts.
Yeah,
Pretty much.
which is weird. Is it like Homestar Runner, where basically he goes so dumb that he goes back to being smart?
That is every dumb character in every cartoon ever made, every once in a while.
The
The
letter-
idiot savant moment, yes.
The letter he wrote mentioned a client. I wonder if... Before Tails could even finish his sentence, the sound of a girlish scream reached the delicate hearing of the FFs, followed by a wall of hot flames from Blaze's room.
Sonic! What the
Sonic
hell are
screwed
you
up.
doing?
Sonic screwed up.
Sonic!
After the smoke was settled, the single figure of a carbonized hedgehog walked out of it.
Well, he's dead. Nice knowing ya.
How was he walking if he's dead?
I like to think he's a burning corpse right now, but he's still walking
Okay.
around like, well.
No, I mean, have you seen that scene from Breaking Bad?
No.
Well, it's a guy walking out of an explosion, except half of his face is exposed bones, and then he dies.
Hold on. Yeah, let's not do that.
Lovely.
It's a very good scene.
Anyway, back to Sonic here.
I've heard of hot girls before, but this is ridiculous.
Said a smoking Sonic before fainting on the floor, right in front of a bewildered crowd. A rather pissed off cat came after him,
fireballs on hand.
Oh, she's my character from Skyrim.
Blaze? What happened?
Asked an horrified Amy.
I guess I'll be Blaze then. He called me hot stuff! That brainless douchebag!
Yelled the blazing Blaze. That is not redundant.
Oh god, you even fucking really?
Yes.
Blazing Blaze. A good pun.
Actually...
You had to pat yourself on the back. Literally in your own fiction.
Actually written sentence. Not joking. This is actually written here.
Oh
Yes.
my fucking god, dude.
I don't know what it was meant to be, probably self-ironic, but yeah, it comes across as what you just said.
Amy looked to Knuckles with a smart face.
See, I told you he was a douchebag, didn't I? Pointing at the author.
The echidna simply humphed.
Oh no! Knuckles was Shadow all along! Was that hot enough, you stupid fucker?
Continued the enraged feline. Aha! I told you he was a stupid fucker!
Shut up.
I can't believe that thing from earlier as a payoff.
Yes,
This is the Insultasonic chapter.
yes. And after Ross said shut up, so Amy replied, Tails was the only one seriously concerned towards the situation.
Not the Sonic, the situation.
Why did you scream in the first place? I know
didn't.
this.
He did.
I knew it was going to be Sonic who screamed girlishly.
I mean, duh, it's kind of an old joke.
Mm-hmm.
Said Blaze while pointing to the burnt hedgehog on the floor. Everybody, including SBO, in brackets by the way, started laughing like a bunch of hippies in a marijuana field.
Where the hell did that come from?
My mind, apparently. These analogies are completely out of place. So spectacularly out of place.
Okay, let's carry on.
Not funny.
And then we go to the next one to read the next part.
And now this is Madhog's narration.
Yep, it is. Be afraid. Be very, very afraid.
I'm going to drink first.
You do
I
that.
do not have water around because that will make crinkling of a bottle and therefore agitate the Madhog.
Well, you can have a bottle of water, but before you drink, you tell us so that we stop, and then we continue, like I just did, setting up the example. That sounded a bit more condescending than I intended, but you get the idea. Anyway,
Okay, let's continue.
it has been a few days since Sonic's arrival at the Freedom Fight. Wait, suddenly a time shift? Really? It's
Wow.
happening? We're having this moment? Okay.
This
sure.
is not a moment.
It has been a few days since Sonic's arrival at the Freedom Fighters base, and so far, things became quite smooth for everybody. Blaze's recover went faster than anybody could ever predict. It went so fast, it forgot a why.
Why were we here again?
After she discovered the miraculous healing capacities of the burning alive blue idiots who tried to hit on her cure.
That doesn't work that way.
Well, it worked for her. See, she was immediately much better after burning somebody to a crisp.
I guess that's your way of basically making Sonic have a use.
Yeah, well, at least a comedic use, as it were.
Yeah,
Annie resumed their old
quotations.
hobby, cooking, and
Getting
she
in
was
the
fine
kitchen,
with that.
of course.
Her main thoughts. Okay, so I'm going to quote Sonic Boom here because sometimes Sonic Boom is really well written. The only reason Amy is the one to cook is because no one else knows how to. Is
Yes.
that fair?
Yes.
Yeah, no.
And she was fine with that. Her main thoughts, however, were lost on something else. Or should I say, someone. Ho, 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 ho. Knuckles!
No, wait, there's two people.
Knuckles and Espio!
Yeah,
okay,
she really
okay.
was that threesome with them.
Okay, now this is another sentence altogether. Knuckles and Espio had their sparring fight sessions.
Yeah, which really Amy liked a lot about it.
And
Apparently.
Tails and Sonic became best buddies in about a couple of days, I guess. They would spend all the time together, telling stupid jokes about Knuckles' dreadlocks, laughing at Espio's ninja stuff, and
Ninja
avoiding
stuff, great.
ninja stuff, and avoiding lethal shurikens immediately after.
Oh,
Because-
just fantastic days of folly.
Yeah, so fun, guys.
It's too bad we don't... Damn it. It's too bad we don't get to see any of those days. We are just told about them.
Neko is in your chat, ruining your podcast.
Well,
Oh, Nico, I wish I could know you more. You're a funny guy.
alright. So, Tails and Sonic became best buddies, blah 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 blah, yada yada yada. Lethal shurikens, that's a thing. As opposed to the non-lethal ones.
The non-lethal, yes.
Yeah, set the phaser to non-lethal, I guess. They also used to do some race in the forest, and Sonic would win them every times.
Every
bull-
time.
Many times, at least. The Bullpine would even end up showing his prized plane, the X-Tornado, to the easily excitable Hedgehog and take him for a ride. He's gonna take him for a ride, guys.
He's gonna take you for a ride.
To the Fox's utter terror, Sonic would end up standing on the wings during the flying. This is not character development. This is a recap of the previous episode, like in Dragon Ball Z.
Pretty much, yes.
They became quite a strange couple indeed. One was a smart kid that, due to the life he lives, was forced to grow up quickly. The other was older but eternally childish and carefree. In a way, those two seemed to complete each other. Do you guys get it yet? Do you see the theme here? Do you notice the clever analogies? Do you see the brilliant, subtle writing at play here?
Can they get along? Watch today's episode to find out.
One was yin, the other yang. Again! Completely out of place!
Mm-hmm.
To Knuckles, they were both a big pain in the rear end, and it bothered him even more the fact that whether he would ask to the Hedgehog why that mercenary was after him, he would simply change the topic or ignore him, and the worst part was that Tails supported him. The fucking traitor.
I know, right?
Actually written here, by the way. Sometimes I need to point out that we are not coming up with silly phrases on our own. They are actually written here.
Knuckles is all like, oh, come on, we were bros for longer than you were bros with this douche.
Yes, nothing of this makes any sense. The only reason why Sonic and Tails are best buddies just like that, with a snap of a finger, it's because they've always been in the games.
Yeah.
Damn it.
Yeah, let's carry on.
Oh,
I think
God.
Sonic says this.
So, how's this routine patrolling zone works?
It's very simple, Sonic.
Now you need to sound more patronizing.
Oh, okay. Well, it's very simple, Sonic. You check the southern part of the forest, and I'll check the northern with your speed and my flying. That should be a piece of cake. Just remember, if you see something strange or suspect, contact me with your risk communicator, because I know how much your little head cannot take so much information all at once, and you see how this is really patronizing.
Ah, yes, the wrist communicator, or WC for shorts.
Yes, the toilet.
Oh,
the
my
toilet.
gosh.
The toilet wrists.
Also, this sounds like a Sonic Says moment, honestly. The blue hedgehog looked down at his wrist, where this weird watch was on. Tails have made one specifically for him. This seems like mondo boring.
Yeah, well, we have to do it. If
Oh my God.
If Eggman decides to attack, we must be ready for him.
I regret ever suggesting you this tone of voice.
Because I want to show you what patronizing actually looks like.
Actually, you're sounding more condescending than patronizing at this point. You went beyond that.
Yeah,
Yay.
this is how it sounds. Do you see the difference?
While mentioning the scientist's nickname, Tails couldn't help but shiver in anger.
Anger. Oh, I'm so cold in anger.
Crawling in my skin! Okay, he didn't forget. How could he? The man that single-handedly destroyed his life. The man that took the persons he loved away from him. His parents. His house. And her.
And his dishes.
But his house, mostly. Sonic noticed that and frowned. He felt immensely guilty. Then he smiled his usual reassuring smile at the kid. That seemed to cheer up a little his foxy friend, who returned the smirk. Okay, let's speed, kid. He gave the yes, kid.
Kid, spelled
Yes,
with a
kid.
K-double-E-D.
Yeah, it's slang. He gave the fox his trademark thumbs up, and then darted away with a sonic boom.
No, I don't think that's how the song worked.
Sonic boom, sonic boom, sonic. I was actually about to sing out Sonic Boom in the key of Sonic Heroes, but I...
That's what you're going for, obviously.
Yes,
Yeah.
I
Yes.
caught myself at the last moment.
Yes, I knew what you did, but it just didn't seem right to me. It felt kind of wrong.
Wasn't.
You know, I've done a lot of terrible things in the process of writing this, but
Yes,
one
you
thing... Let me finish. But I have never stood as low as to add the single worst sentence ever uttered in gaming history.
Oh noes.
We are Sonic Heroes! It's not here.
That was pretty
would-
cringe, yeah. I mean,
Yeah,
I
I
wouldn't say it's
would
the worst,
never-
but it's pretty cringe.
Let's show this script the super duper awesome power of teamwork!
That's not that bad.
Tails had to grab into something in order to avoid being sucked up by the vacuum effect that followed.
Grab into something. Oh my.
Mm-hmm.
Perhaps I should have specified like a tree or a branch or anything.
Yes. Yes, you should have. Supersonic hedgehogs.
He muttered in fake annoyance. Because they're such buddies, you guys! Totally super best pals friends forever. They have so much time together, so much development together to properly iron up their dynamic, you guys. Oh gosh, this is the best/worst part of the entire story. Are ya ready, kids?
Oh no.
Allow me to read it, actually, if you don't mind.
Whatever.
After a few minutes of mondo boring patrolling, Sonic ended up into a darker section of the Mystic Ruins forest. The very same ominous and scary wood in which Amy got lost the last time. Man, these trees are mondo ominous. Appropriate, don't you think? Frozen. Let it go!
No.
No.
Sonic was frozen.
Today.
I knew that was
yeah,
coming.
pretty much. Let's bring up all of the memes. It was all too familiar. The scary wood, the shadows, and the voice, which he immediately recognized. It was there. It was back. Back for him. Slowly. Slowly, the Monty Python's flying circus showed itself to the hedgehog, who found himself a frightened cub. Once again. From behind the tree It's Tim Curry came,
No, this is far too ominous and far too silly for its own good.
and a strange theme song started to play. Oh my, why do I acknowledge this in universe? Yes, the lyrics of this very song are reported and written here. He stood before the cub, big, round and nasty, Pingus. He wore a red uniform with golden buttons and black tight pants, his own symbol on it. He had white gloves. He had thick brown mustaches under his pointed nose. His eyes were hidden by a couple of spectacles. Metallic goggles partially covered his obviously bald head. Dude, that's not cool.
Nah.
The egg-shaped human looked down at his scared nephew, evil smirk on his face, and finally spoke. Oh, just call me Uncle Ivo.
I am the Eggman. That's what I am. I am the Eggman. Got the master plan. I am the Eggman. That's what I am. I am the Eggman. I got the master plan.
I am the Eggman! And then he laughed. So this is the official, proper, physical introduction of Eggman in this story. Came out of nowhere, pretty much.
That
Wait, you
Pretty
mean you
mu-
haven't actually had him on camera before this?
Beforehand, his presence was hinted. He was never really shown because there was never a proper physical description. It was hinted that he had mustache, and that's about it.
right.
So this is his first on-camera, proper on-camera apparition. Okay, this is the last chapter. We can do it, guys. Something really important, earth-shattering, and status quo derailing is going to happen in this chapter.
Okay, let's get through
I
this.
want it to.
Oh, Ross. It's kind of cute you think you have a choice in this.